Hello, this is Sarah Brosh. Welcome back to my channel. So I want to do a few shorter videos tonight because it's a little late and I need to get up early for work tomorrow. So I want to do this video is going to be about the attorney Rebecca Kavanagh and how she is evil. She is a lying bigot and a fraud, and she has waged a more than 3-year campaign to destroy me, to drive me to suicide, to ruin my life, ruin my lifelong human and civil rights, academic and legal careers. So anyway, long story short, and I've made a blog post about this and I've also made it into a Medium essay, is that I was permanently, I'm going to do a separate video about being permanently banned from Twitter, and it's absolutely ludicrous the reason why. So I was permanently banned from Twitter. It's an egregious error, excuse me, on Twitter's part, for reporting just despicable, reprehensible sexual abuse and harassment that I was enduring on Twitter. But I believe that the algorithm mistook me describing the abuse and harassment I was enduring for abuse and harassment. And I believe now that Twitter support and Twitter safety and Jack Dorsey are taking advantage of this situation to just get rid of me, because I've been publicly exposing all of their blue checkmark public figures as lying bigots and frauds. So that in a nutshell is what has happened. So when Rebecca Kavanagh is an attorney formerly with The Appeal, which is more or less synonymous with the Twitter race hustler Sean King, who played a very major role in the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale. So for more than 3 years now, almost 3.5 years, Rebecca Kavanagh, who is a licensed attorney, believe it or not, she has been working mostly with she's formerly with The Appeal, and then so is the former president, formerly with The Appeal, which is defunct. It doesn't exist anymore, and hopefully it never will exist again. And like I said, it's basically, otherwise known as the Twitter race hustler Sean King. So the former president of the former Appeal, Josie Duffy Rice, is the other person who's been working most closely with the attorney Rebecca Kavanagh. And then there was also some guy named Tennille, I think, who was also formerly with the Appeal, that was in on it. So they waged a more than 3-year campaign to destroy me. Rebecca Kavanagh in particular was especially heinous. She called for me to be disbarred, expelled, ruined, impoverished, unemployable, cast out of all good society, made a pariah and a social leper. And, basically just, she wanted me dead. She wanted to see me starving to death on the streets. She wanted me stripped of my license so that I would be bereft of my only means of survival. She basically just wanted me dead. And she's been doing everything in her power for more than 3 years, for almost 3.5 years, to make that happen. And the main reason why is because obviously, either everyone already knew or they very quickly discovered that they joined this witch hunt against a completely innocent, lifelong human and civil rights attorney and activist who'd never engaged in racism, either explicit or implicit, in her entire life. So that they realized very quickly that this was a hoax. But as I've discussed, before, that can't happen per woke intersectional feminism. It's not possible per the ideology of woke intersectional feminism, critical race theory, for a black person to make a false accusation of racism against a white person. That just can't happen. That's an impossibility. So this is why, basically everyone who participated in the witch hunt at Yale wants me dead. because I'm an existential threat to their, ideologies and their careers. My existence is the proof that they are lying bigots and frauds. And almost everyone who participated in the witch hunt at Yale, as I've discussed before, knew me or knew of me and absolutely knew that I was an innocent Yale grad student and civil rights attorney. And so did Josie Duffy Rice, and so did Rebecca Kavanagh, and so did Tennille and everyone at the appeal. So, anyway, so when I was permanently suspended, permanently banned from Twitter, and Rebecca Kavanagh found out, ooh, that was Christmas. That was Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. That was like everything all rolled up in one. Easter, New Year's, Halloween, Thanksgiving, the 4th of July, her birthday. Like she was so excited that she probably came when she found out that I'd been permanently banned from Twitter. And so she immediately got on her Twitter feed and, just ran off some absolutely disgusting, despicable, defamatory, asinine tweets. And it's like, it's so shocking to me. Like, I understand. They're so desperate, and in their desperation, they're just sort of flailing about. They're just sort of flailing about in desperation because they know that they're going to be exposed as the lying bigots and frauds that they are. And I think that they just honestly just don't know what to do. Like, she just doesn't know what to do. So she's just like flailing around, running around like a chicken with her head cut off because she has no idea what to do, because she knows that, her comeuppance is coming. She knows that it's coming. And there's nothing she can do about it. So in her ridiculous, ludicrous, asinine tweets, she said that, she said I had been issuing death threats. She said that I was the one who wasn't the person who almost died many, many times over, wasn't the person whose life and lifelong human and civil rights career was decimated. I was the person who was perpetrating a campaign of harassment instead of being the victim of a campaign of harassment for more than 3 years. It's this, and this is the MO. This is the game plan of almost everyone right now, is to try, even though it could not, it's obvious to a monkey that I am the victim in this situation and not the perpetrator of the harassment. I didn't perpetrate a witch hunt and a mob against myself, right? Like, that didn't happen, right? Like, you can't both be the people with the pitchforks and the target of the mob. Like, that doesn't happen. So anyway, so she said that I was the person who was harassing people for more than 3 years, and that I had been issuing death threats, which is just a bald-faced, horrifying lie. Like, it's just like, to say that about someone, especially when you're a licensed attorney, to defame another licensed attorney in that way is just like, I just think she's an evil demon at this point. I really do. I have never issued a death threat or a threat of violence to anyone in my life. I never would. I'm like the least violent, least threatening, least dangerous person in the world. I wouldn't hurt a fly, and everyone knows this. I'm a lifelong human and civil rights attorney and activist. I'm just gonna steady this. I'm a little bit upset, to be perfectly honest. That's why I'm probably a little shakier than normal. She said that I had been harassing Richard Painter, which I have like multiple, I'm sorry, I'm a little upset. I have multiple blog posts that I've made with screenshot after screenshot after screenshot after screenshot. Richard Painter, out of the blue on September 13th, since September 13th, started harassing and attacking me. Everyone knows this. The whole world knows this. He was using me as a proxy to attack the University of Chicago law and philosophy professor Brian Leiter, because Brian Leiter has unfailingly stood by my side during this entire hellish nightmare. And And everyone saw what Richard Painter did, because I had the temerity to defend myself against his vicious attacks, against his now, a month and a half long campaign to drive me to suicide and destroy my life and career and leave me penniless and destroy my reputation so that I can't get a job as an attorney or in academia, which I can't. Everyone knows, I've been very clear, I only very recently secured a low-paying temp job that is just barely keeping me off the streets. So everyone saw, and Richard Painter incited mobs against me, mob after mob after mob, and I put some of the mobs on my blog post too, and he started telling the most brazen, ridiculous lies about me, just like Rebecca Kavanagh's doing. I don't even it's shocking that they would think that they could actually get away with this. Everyone knows you're lying. I have the proof. I put the proof on my blog. Everyone knows you're lying. Richard Painter started saying that I was calling Don Lemon of CNN racial slurs, which never happened. And Richard Painter also started saying that I had accused him of being involved in this debacle last spring when Slate and Above the Law blog were trying to dox and destroy the future career prospects of these Federalist Society students at Stanford Law. I'm sure most people remember that debacle. Not dissimilar to what just happened at Yale Law, but I'm not going to discuss that in this video. And so, and then Rebecca Kavanagh said that I had been targeting Black women. And this is another MO, this is another game plan, another plan of attack for everybody who's trying to avoid getting their comeuppance, who participated in the witch hunt at Yale, and they're trying to avoid being exposed as the lying bigots and frauds that they are. They're trying to say that I'm the racist because I'm targeting and harassing, in particular, Black women, which is ludicrous, asinine, ridiculous, a brazen, bald-faced lie. Everyone knows it. Everyone, any reasonable person, honest person can see that I'm exposing all of the lying bigots and frauds who participated in the witch hunt at Yale. And there's plenty of white professors and white journalists and white academics and white Hollywood starlets and white politicians that participated in the witch hunt at Yale, and I've been exposing all of them as lying bigots and frauds too, and everyone knows this. And then I also have up on there my guardian angel, Gretchen Mullen, has done and I have even more, but she's done an absolutely amazing job of documenting all of the abuse and harassment from Rebecca Kavanagh to me, towards me. All the times when she said she bragged about getting me kicked out of the Justice Collaboratory at Yale Law School. She called for me to be disbarred and destroyed and expelled and prosecuted, etc., etc. And then the other thing she said is that I was accusing very prominent people of swatting me. So I was swatted. I was swatted on May 9th and May 17th. I have not accused anyone of swatting me. What I have done is I have discussed my suspicions. This did occur right after Rebecca Kavanagh and Josie Duffy Rice reignited, and this was May 9th and 17th of this year, 2021, and it was right after Rebecca Kavanagh and Josie Duffy Rice reignited their campaign to destroy me. And it was also right after brand new ACLU President Deborah Archer thought the very first most important thing that she should do as the brand new president of the ACLU is wage a campaign to destroy me, drive me to suicide on Twitter, on the appeal, on the ACLU's website, working hand in hand with the then president of the appeal, Josie Duffy Rice. So I was just discussing my suspicions, and of course the ACLU continues their campaign to drive me to suicide, destroy my life, publicly shame me for my mental health disabilities, and by grossly violating my privacy to this day. To this day, they continue that campaign. They defame me and try to get me killed to this day and lie about me to this day. And they don't care. They don't care. They actually want me to die. They want me to die because they don't want to be held accountable for what they did to me. And they will be held accountable because I'm going to keep telling the truth for as long as it takes. So that I'm gonna stop there. I'll make more videos about this. But so a half hour later, Rebecca Kavanagh removed those tweets from Twitter because I'm sure someone talked to her and gave her the clue that she so desperately needs. But I had taken screenshots before of the grossly disgusting defamatory tweets about me that she had put up on her Twitter feed, and I took screenshots and I've posted those screenshots on my blog, and then I've also posted all of the evidence that proves that she's a lying bigot and a fraud. And that's all I want to say for right now. I think I wrap this up. I will do more videos about this. I'm going to make more videos about this. All right, I love you all so much. I will have all of my fundraising links below. GoFundMe, PayPal me, and a direct link to Renda as a legal group, my wonderful attorneys. And I love you all so much. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.